What were the features, Walter, that you remembered about the ranch? How many barns? Where were the barns?
Well, I don't, I don't remember how many barns there were exactly. I haven't been down there for a while, but I remember coming in and there was Don Cole's house, and in the main grounds there was Don Cole's house and Bud Morgan's house. And then the bunkhouse, which was a very long, it had the bunkhouse and the washroom and the dining room and the cook's quarters, and then it had another apartment on the end, maybe two, I'm not sure. And then on the east side, across the road there was a dirt road that went through there, and then there were a couple of dirt roads that went through there, and there was a horse barn and had a hayloft in it. And I remember we was always checking to see if there was any girls bringing their boyfriends up to the hayloft. and then they had the dairy barn where they milked the cows and probably did some calving barn. And they had a big old machinery shed down there. And that's all I can remember. There might have been some others. I haven't been down there for a while. I can't remember for sure.
How about you, Mike? What do you remember about kind of the features around the ranch?
Well, as he said, when you came in from the main entrance, to the left was, he called it a machine shed. It was originally a big dairy barn, way back before, I think before Phipps had it. It was a giant dairy barn, and they used it to store.
Kincaid used to own it.
Yeah.
They had over 400 cows in that barn.
And then next was the dairy barn that was used by Herbie, the chore man. And then there was the big horse barn that he talked about with a hay mound in it. And then there was Bud's horse barn at the far end. And then across the road from them was some garages and storage sheds. And then the bunkhouse and the quarters.
What about the pastures around? How many pastures were around the ranch, Steve?
2. Phipps Ranch, north. Can't think of it. There's old Stagecoach Road Ranch, main ranch. The registered Hereford part, main ranch, and we had on the west end we had 2 different parts of that ranch. We used to fork off down there where you go by the schoolhouse. Sits down there on the other side of Santa Fe, where you used to go down through there to go to the Plum Creek farm of it. I've done most, when I wasn't branding and spraying, I'd be on the farm and bucking hay on the Plum Creek. First time I ever run a daggum side delivery rake and run a baler, first time. That was a different experience.
So you both bucked hay and baled?
Oh yeah. Run a swather down there on the Plum Creek for the first time.
How was the baled hay stored?
We had to pick it up, put it up on the hill from the field or up off the river. Then we put some in the truck and brought up here to the main ranch and put up in the loft where we feed them, and put some up here in some of the daggum where the big shed is, where the cows used to be milked. That was hold several bales of hay. It was out there break the sides down, drive a truck in and throw them up in on the one side of the daggum part of it.
Mike, was there any other, were there forage crops? Did they have any forage crops, or was it just primarily hay?
It was alfalfa. We had some wheat ground, which was on the north side of county line. Over there closer to what then was Daniels Park Road. It was right at the intersection of Daniels Park and county line on the north side of county line. I don't remember how many acres. It was probably a half section or something over there that we planted wheat in. And then, like he said, down on the Plum Creek, which is now Chatfield Reservoir, was the hayfield.
There was a lot of wheat fields in there.
Yeah, we had
Both
some.
sides of the- We'd like to take a look over into Platte River from one of the fields. The Riverside acreage used to be there, bunch of houses, homes. And then you used to strip farm all that on the west side as well as up on the east side of part of the Plum Creek there. Used to be wheat fields. And part of the, can't remember, yeah, part of the ranch up here was a wheat field strip farm too.